My name is Jeffrey Scott Stewart. I was born in Greenville, Mississippi. So I did a lot the schoolboys deal, drinking, running around, having a good time. Went in the military, was tired of getting in the small town. After boot camp, AIT, went to combat. Mogadishu and in Bosnia. Those times were pretty tough and telling. It's kind of shaped who I was, I think. I've seen people treat each other worse than they could ever be, and it's understandably the worst of the worst that I've seen, and you don't get over that. It stays with you, and didn't want to deploy again. They promised me this and that, but I was like, no, I can't deal with this no more. But lo and behold, didn't have education, became a cop. So I come here, come to church, man, I see people clapping hands, raising their hands up. You know, I'm not used to that. I shut it off right then and there. Then preacher came out, and he was preaching out of John, talking about forgiveness and everything that you know, bringing you to light. And when I saw this man preach, it was just like he was pleading, not preaching. We would sit up in the top balcony, right on the left, and it's just because I want to get out of the way. We would usually run late or something like that. And I came just because my wife wanted me to come, pretty much. I had no intention of, I knew I was going to hell, so one more or one other thing wouldn't bother me. So this guy's preaching, young. I'm like, man, he don't know what life's all about. And then he kind of looks to his left. And I couldn't sit still. I couldn't get emotional. My wife's sitting next to me. She looks up to me. I'm the stern one, and but lo and behold, she doesn't know that I look up to her. And something got in there inside of me, and I just felt it swelling and swelling and swelling. And so I kind of pushed it down and pushed it down and pushed it down. I had to get up, and when he was talking about redemption, I was wanting to let go, but I couldn't because of what I've been through in the past, what I've seen. I've seen the worst of the worst, I believe. I've sit there in firefights before, which is selfish, and said the anxiety of being pinned down, not knowing when your time is here. And I've thought to myself, man, if I just take a bullet now, it'll be over with. And if that was the case, I'd have never had my kids, never met my wife, never been here today, never been saved. The funny thing about it is I was arguing with myself. So I was like, man, this ain't what you think it is. Take a couple of breaths, get over it. And I said, God, if this is you, give me a sign. And something inside of me just let out of years of turmoil, years of death. Man, I was just a wreck. And it was like everything was here on my shoulders, and I was just carrying it in like a cross is the way I looked. The way it felt, everything that I've been through for my whole years. And I was like, man, I was just sobbing. And I said, you know, hey, I'm not worthy. I can't be redeemed. And I remember him looking me in the eye, and he says, all you got to do is give everything to God. And I was thinking, give it to God. Everything that you're holding, and this is unbelievable. Everything that you're holding inside of you now, what happened in the past is the past. I get it. But it just like he spoke with me, and it snapped. And it just like, hey, I was looking through new eyes. I had a blindfold on, took it off, and was looking through new eyes. And right then and there, I did give it to God. it's inspired me to understand the Word of God. It inspired me to be a better husband, a better father. I know I'm at peace. It's relief, joy, forgiveness of, like you said, you give it to God, and it just, I'm lighter on my feet. I mean, I was doomed. I've been at work, and people said, man, something's changed in you. And I'm like, really? I said, well, let me tell you what it is. I would have never said that. I have never had that clarity. I've never had that knowing that if I go today, I'm going to be with my Christ and my Father. When, my wife's sitting there holding my hand, and it was just erupting. She knew something was coming. And when Brother Kyle looked me from down there and spoke to me, not knowing he did, the Spirit spoke to me through him. God's here, and thank you. I know it's nothing you've done, but he's using you, and it's worked to me. But all I can say now is, here I am. What do you want to do with me?